Well, thank you, San Francisco. Dateline San Francisco, and leave it to San Francisco to come up with a proposal for reparations. This is at Fox News, story by Jessica Kasmar, last name Chasmar. This came out today, the 16th. San Francisco, in its proposal, is planning to give out $5 million. $5 million to each longtime black resident. Plus, get this, folks, total debt forgiveness, and here's the kicker, 250 years of supplemental income for lower income recipients. 250 years. San Francisco's Reparations Committee has proposed paying each black longtime resident $5 billion, as I mentioned, and granting total debt forgiveness due to the decades of systemic repression faced by the local black community. The San Francisco African American Reparations Advisory Committee, which advises, say that 5 times, which advises the city on developing a plan for reparations for black residents, released its draft report last month to address reparations. Now they're going to send this before the mayor in June. London Breed, what a name for a mayor, right? But this is not for slavery. No. Since California was not technically a slave state, but to address the public policies explicitly created to subjugate black people in San Francisco by upholding and expanding the intent and legacy of chattel slavery. This is a fancy way of saying, we feel guilty, we're going to give you money. While neither San Francisco nor California formally adopted the institution of chattel slavery, the tenets of segregation, white supremacy, and systemic repression and exclusion of black people were codified through legal and extra-legal actions, social codes, and judicial enforcement. I'm just curious. Can Chinese residents in San Francisco, can they claim reparations? Seeing that back in 1862, the newly elected governor of California, Leland Stanford, who also established Stanford University. Can they claim reparations because Leland Stanford called the Chinese an inferior race? Just curious. The draft also includes a long list of financial recommendations for black San Francisco residents, including a one-time lump sum of $5 million to each eligible individual. So you're not going to get this over a series of years. It's a lump sum. You're better off going to California, claiming that you're trans black in this age of LGBTQ, and cashing in here. Better off doing this than playing the lottery. Quote, a lump sum payment would compensate the affected population for the decades of harms that they have experienced and will redress the economic and opportunity losses that black San Franciscans have endured collectively as a result of both intentional decisions and unintended harms perpetrated by the city council, the draft states. Well, back in 1890, talk about the Chinese here, the city of San Francisco passed an ordinance requiring that all of its Chinese residents move to another part of the city within 6 months, and if they didn't do so, they would be arrested or imprisoned. To be eligible for the program, the applicant must be 18 years of age and have identified as black or African American on public documents for at least 10 years. So you see what you do here in this age of LGBTQ. You go to San Francisco, you claim you're black, trans black, you stay there for 10 years, and then after 10 years, you start claiming your reparations. They must also prove at least 2 of 8 additional criteria, choosing from a list that includes born in San Francisco between 1940 and 1996 and has proof of residency in San Francisco for at least 13 years, and or personally or the direct descendant of someone incarcerated by the failed war on drugs. The plan also calls on the city to supplement lower income recipients' income to reflect the area median income, also known as the AMI, which is about $97,000 annually for the next 250 years. $97,000 for the next 250 years. By the way, who's paying for all this? Where's all this money coming from? Where are you going to get this $5 million? Oh, I know, on the backs of the taxpayers. Quote, racial disparities across all metrics have led to a significant racial wealth gap in the city of San Francisco, it argues, and by elevating income to match AMI, black people can better afford housing and achieve a better quality of life. Well, here's an idea. Why don't you go out and get a job? I'm not saying that black people don't work, because we know they're hard workers. But this goes for anybody, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, doesn't matter. Get off your ass, go out and get a job, save your money, don't spend time at the bars, don't be boozing up all the time. Going out there gambling, put your money in an IRA, put your money in the bank, and you'll be surprised by what happens in the next 10, 15, 20 years. You will literally be a millionaire in the next 20 years if you follow my advice here. Not that I'm a financial advisor, I'm just saying, you follow that advice, put your money in the bank, in an RIA, don't go out there boozing or going to the bars, spend your money on frivolous stuff, you'll end up being a millionaire. The plan also seeks to establish, quote, a comprehensive debt forgiveness program that clears each eligible person's student and housing loans, credit card debt, etc. Black households are more likely to hold costlier, riskier debt and are more likely to have outstanding student loan debt, the draft explains. When it is combined with lower household incomes, it can create an inescapable cycle of debt. Eliminating this debt gives black households an opportunity to build wealth. So an article at Fox News for you. San Francisco has done it. They've come up with a proposal for reparations, $5 billion for each longtime black resident, plus debt forgiveness, total debt forgiveness, and 250 years of supplemental income for low-income recipients. $97,000 a year. So move to San Francisco, claim you're trans black, stay there for 10 years, then start claiming your money. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. You can also follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, or find me at Twitter, Culture Confederacy at Twitter. Another one-take video. Thank you for letting me work my way through this. Got to get to work, so I'll catch you next time. And remember, this is where the past crashes with the present. Peace out. See you then.